We're all looking at the same thing. Thank you for joining us for another perspective from the Sag Nasty If Anybody Asks Me podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel.
Bro, and that's what I said. I remember, like, for us, it was Mark Macon.
Yep.
I'll never forget that.
I got his autograph.
It was like, right? It was like, okay, our Pistons was kind of, they heating up around that time. All of a sudden, Mark come out of Temple. You see what I'm saying? He go to the pros. It's like, okay, wait, somebody from Saginaw went to the pros? Like, okay. You see what I'm saying?
I think, like, also this exchange that we have right now is like, not everyone can have that talking about their hometown again, and that touches to like the spirit of Saginaw, where you get just so hyped, and like you said, people don't believe you.
Man.
Like a third person don't believe you. Like that ain't true. It's like, no, that's what we did. That's what it was
That's
like.
how we get it. Yeah.
And I love how like that's basically why I made the podcast. Is like when we go back, like it's like I wasn't dreaming. I lived in a good place. I know I did.
Man,
I'm not dreaming. I gotta talk to y'all because
I'll straight up say it, the best. You know what I mean? Like I honestly mean that, bro. Like I said, I've been all over the world. There ain't too many people who can challenge me on this. Yeah. I'll even tell them, man, you doubt me? Let's go back. Yeah, I'll show you. You see what I'm saying? Like just come and
y'all lying. Y'all lying that we were like not a good place. Like I gotta go back. I gotta go back and talk to y'all. Like. We got to have a discussion. Like what I remember was Saginaw was awesome.
It was beautiful because we made it beautiful. The people that made it beautiful. You know what I mean?
Maybe from first glimpse, you're right. It's not going to be something like, what is this? Right. But if you get in there deeper, it's like, man.
Dude, look at this is something that like if you look at it, man, look at how many NFL, NBA prospects and CEOs and big time execs and like if people was to really look at the math, like they'd be impressed, man. If they, I mean, just look at the body of work from all those kids, man. Like, just be honest with you. Like, I've only said a few of the little things that some of us have accomplished.
Tip of the iceberg,
Saying like I said, I could go on for days. You know what I mean? It's like, and there's several different groups of kids that's like that. And like I said, and that's why like I take pride in that. It's like, man, I know those kids. You know what I mean? Like when the homegirl Katie did, man, when she was working at Gatorade, man, I thought that was the best shit in the world.
Same for me. That's funny. I love Katie Denton because I want to have her on next.
Man, right? Like I knew the entire family the whole time, man. You know, it's like, dude, like that's one of those things where it's like, man, like that was beautiful, bro. Like because when she told me, like, she's like, oh, like that work for Gatorade. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Kate. You know what I mean? It's like.
She seemed like she was one of the first that like really made it up big, like in the corporate world. Man, I remember, and we were in touch too. She was in some magazine. She popped up in there, like in like the top, like, and I'm like, bro, like honestly, man, like that's once again, it's like, man, it was like, okay, Saginaw, there we go, chalk another one up for us. You see what I'm saying? Like Draymond Green, chalk another one up for us, baby. We got a few chips with him. Thank you, Draymond. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said. Let's not forget Paper. Let's not forget all them other cats from the high and some of the Cliff Ryan there, all them boys. You see what I'm saying? Like I keep, man, the names. Let's even go farther back to T. Robe and everybody. You know what I mean? Like, exactly.
That's, bro. There was a foundation being started and a change that
because that was your older guy, right? Roberson was your older guy, and my dad would take me to the BV
I got to
games.
Witness them games.
It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, man.
It's crazy.
It's funny because you see some of the LeBron James, his son, their games are like that now. Yeah. And that's what's crazy to me because I'm like, bro, these kids getting down.
That was unreal.
This was like pre-Fab Five too at that.
Exactly.
Time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like
they were in high school at the same time. Like,
bro, and that's what I said. I remember like for us, it was Mark Macon. I'll never forget that.
I got his autograph.
It was like. Right, it was like, okay, our Pistons was they was heating up around that time. All of a sudden, Mark come out of Temple. You see what I'm saying? He go to the pros. It's like, okay, wait, somebody from Saginaw went to the pros. Like, okay, you see what I'm saying? It's like, and as the years go, okay, here come T. Robe and all them boys. They like a mimic of the Fab Five, and then you see the Fab Five, and they Detroit boys. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, wait a minute. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and as we coming up, like you said, if you think about it, right? When you look at it, the Fab Five, That's our groups.
That's
Was
us.
it not 3 to 4 to 5 of us?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a core. That 5 could go
works.
group with anybody because they not. At any
Yep.
given time, we dropped them pants. We got on shorts. We hooping. You got your 5. We got ours, right?
Yep.
But when you look at it, it's like a lot of that era that was kind of based off of that. Because like I said, as us young kids growing up in that little city, we looking like, okay, that dude made it. Oh damn, that whole team kind of like Fab Five, and they all going somewhere. All right, we next. And that's where, to me, it's like it started a trend around Saginaw. You know, it's like you said, whether it was Saginaw High, then Flint was in on. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's what made it cool because my son, he's in high school football right now, right?
Oh wow.
He started asking me, about sports and stuff, talking, just, hey man, Dad, this, because they was running 40 times. I had him at some of the camps. He asked about track times, right?
Yeah.
I started telling him, like, I didn't even think about it. Like, he was asking, oh, would you and your boys run the 400 and 800? I started spitting out numbers. Oh shit, yeah, I think Daryl was running like a 40 something. The other dude was running this. Shit, him and the Stu was both running this. Man, shit, Daryl damn near jumped out of the fucking lawn pit jump. He jumped like 24 feet. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying this, and my son going, what the hell? So he went back to school, apparently, saying those numbers, and them kids like, no way. And he comes back. I'm like, nah, man, I'm like dead ass serious. And I think one of y'all had posted one, so the times one time. So I found it. Like I think I saved it on my picture, and I showed him. I was like, see, look, right there.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. It's like right there. And he was like, oh man. I'm like, bro, we had some straight studs. Straight studs, not just at our school, but the whole damn conference. The whole conference. And I was telling him, I was like, bro, I said, honestly, I see the little stars with the kids, they got the little prospects and all that stuff with the sports. And it's amazing to me because I'm like, man, it was like you said, let's look at Flint alone. Man, I want to say what, 4 out of them dudes? All 5 of them went with D1 college.
All five, yeah.
All 5. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, when you look at that, and then Charlie Bell came over there with him because he was over at Southwestern. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
a few more guys
bro,
too.
Like,
yeah.
That was just on one team. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, and then when you start looking at our teams, the Saginaw Highs, the this, the that, the Arthur Hills, of these people, everybody had like at least a couple D1 athletes, not knocking D2 or D3, but like D1 athletes on their team.
It was love. It was very competitive. Like that competitive love is like, I'm coming for your head, like in a respectful
and multiple
way.
sports too. That's what was so gangster about it. You know what I mean? Because like all them dudes we ran the gauntlet. You know what I mean? It's like it was football, basketball. Some it was kind of crazy because remember like the Ronnie Pitts. That's another one. I forgot to mention that name. How dare I? And Big Reed. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but when you start thinking about that. Oh, and Lamar Woodley, sorry. I'm slipping. But at the same time, like when you start thinking about that whole dynamic of that group, it's like, man, like we started developing some actual like studs in like baseball, soccer,
football, little money,
basketball, track. You see what I'm saying?
Money.
Very little money, very little exposure.
Like you
see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I was telling my son. I was like, bro, they didn't have all these camps and stuff like they did back then, man. Like you kind of had to get your notice off of straight busting somebody's ass or breaking a crazy record or hitting some insane numbers. It's like, but at the same time, remember that was also to the benefit. You had so many different talents in those different conferences and different teams. That way, when some of them teams came and those scouts came, hey man, you know how I was in Saginaw. Hey, this is my time to shine.
Yeah,
it's this gym packed like. And that's how a lot of kids got noticed. You know what I mean? It's like,
that was what I didn't understand when I was in high school. They got scared. It's like, this is time to hoop. Like,
oh man, this is your time.
This is the time.
This is it, right? Because unless your parents had money to get you down to the universities for the visits and the camps, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but if you didn't have that exposure to get down there, dude, that was it. You had to do it right there on the spot at that Friday night game.
How many more times are you gonna have this opportunity? Let's hoop. Let's go.
Right.
That's why I like Stu. I was like, I don't know if Stu was the fastest, the strongest, but this dude performed.
We're athletes, man.
When it was time to go, he showed up. And I was like,
your boy showed up. And here was the thing. It was a group of y'all like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, that's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Because the culture we had to change it around them. It wasn't so good for us winning percentage-wise, at least in the football arena, and basketball was You know what I mean? It's like, but we dominated track, did we not? You see what I'm saying? Later on, once we left, when y'all came in, took the helm,
football
y'all
started doing well.
Football track. You see what I'm saying? And y'all was holding it down in basketball.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's one of those things where it's like, just because of that raw talent that was around everybody from all the different, schools and stuff like that, all of us intermingling with each other, the group dynamics, like you said, the kind of, we kind of had a good positive support system in our community too.
Yes,
that was huge, man. You know what I mean? Like that to me, like I said, I go to my son's games and stuff, bro. It's pitiful.
Oh man,
I'm sorry, they don't get down like we do back there. You know what I mean? It's like people are serious about them games and the traditions and the homecoming and even the away games and stuff, man. You know what I mean? It's like it's a whole different meaning, and I get it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you put your heart into that. Those kids perform, they play on a different level, I think. And it's like, and it plays off of the field for those kids too, because they end up going to the Michigan States, the Michigans, the Arizona universities, and those kids end up prospering well after, those sports is over and stuff, and it's like, that's to me is like kind of the win out of all of it. It's not about, oh yeah, he made it to the NFL, NBA. That'd be great. Don't get it twisted, but we know those numbers are small. But seeing a lot of these kids starting to pop up, like, dude, I can't tell you how many times